Blame Truth here, and I hope everyone had a great holiday, great Christmas, great Hanukkah, great whatever you want to celebrate. I personally just kind of watched Seinfeld and played classic NES and SNES games and watched a lot of wrestling, professional wrestling. It's been a great time, pretty much. I've avoided Call of Duty. I've avoided Battlefield, which I'll get into more of that a little bit later. I've avoided, dare I say, just everything that's come out in the last 20 years or so, and it has been just such a stress relief. But here I am today, back on Reddit, back on Twitter, X, whatever the hell this stupid billionaire fuck is calling it nowadays. And I you know what? Just a bunch of toxic social media sites, instantly my mood drops. But I saw one thing, and I'm going to cover a lot in this video actually, but I saw one thing in particular that just pissed me right the fuck off. So without further ado, let's get right on into the meat and potatoes here, because motherfuckers, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So there I am, searching the deadest Call of Duty subreddit of all time in r/Black Ops 7, and I see this post. From several days ago, and let me just read it for you here, okay? Happy holidays. Let's talk Christmas noobs. It's that time of year when plenty of new players join the online ranks for the first time. And if you're one of them, good news. We have algorithmic, manipulative, skill-based matchmaking that we're hiding in both Oh, sorry, that's not what they're saying. Hit the firing range to get up to speed, and before you know it, you'll be a noob no more. Good luck out there. When I saw that these clowns at Treyarch posted this, in an effort to nostalgia bait yet again, and I'll explain a little bit later on, I got irrationally angry. Their half measure, a skill-based matchmaking protected bracket playlist, but also a slightly less but not really skill-based matchmaking playlist. I mean, with these two things in play, there are no noobs. The noobs don't have to worry about anything. This is just yet another fucking lie on top of the mountain of them that these people can't stop feeding us. Guys, let me ask you something in the comments section below here. Feel free to answer and be honest, okay? No judgments here. Do you honestly give a shit about Call of Duty anymore? Like this year in particular? No one fucking does, because they keep doing this. Like, anyone with a brain is not buying this stuff. They're over it. I actually looked at my last two videos, and Call of Duty is like barely mentioned. Hell, you guys know that I would do a video every single day, like every Christmas. I would do a video every single day from November to December, and I would do this no matter how bad the Call of Duty game was. But this year in particular, with Black Ops 7, I would rather drag my ballsack across broken glass than cover Black Ops 7 every single day. I would rather have Mike Tyson use my scrotum as a speed bag than cover Black Ops 7 every day for the holiday season. I would rather arm wrestle a meat grinder with one arm while playing E.T. on Atari with the other arm while standing on two fire ant hills while the ghost of Stonewall Jackson shoves a bayonet up my asshole. Then cover Black Ops 7 all day, every day for the holiday season. You know what? Let's get back to the news here, okay? I mean, we have covered on this channel that they lied about the matchmaking being carried over from the beta. I knew they would. They lied about it being the only playlist at launch or whatever. They lied about how it works. They just continue to bullshit us. And even when they do tell the truth, we're not going to believe them. I mean, this is a COD Pro here. What is this, like 2 days ago? That said, I don't care what Treyarch says, the SBMM is the worst that it's ever been. And they're trying to convince me that it's not the case. My conspiracy is that this is the highest SBMM has ever been, says Octane. Pro player. What more do you fucking want on top of Exclusive Ace testing things, on top of Nero covering it, on top of me covering it, and diving even deeper into stuff? Everything they say is just utter bullshit. So why does this in particular make me so mad? I should be used to them lying by now, but not only is this a lie, this is something else they do constantly, and that is nostalgia baiting. When I saw this, I knew exactly what they were referencing, and it's from Black Ops 2. And I'm going to cover that and more. We got a huge problem I need to cover here among the Call of Duty and Battlefield community, the FPS community in general, because it's all just dying right before our eyes. But I'm going to go over the Black Ops 2 thing they were referencing first, after a brief word from this video's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by CyberGhost VPN. CyberGhost is my VPN of choice, and to be quite frank, I think VPNs are a necessity nowadays. Each individual state has its own internet censorship rules. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and I shouldn't have to drive to Utah to visit like some site that I can't access in my home state. It's just ridiculous. CyberGhost VPN will help you with all of this and let you see whatever you want, regardless of where you're at in the world. Just as an example, I really enjoy watching AEW, but I don't like cable. I don't have cable. I don't like the ads on cable, and it's kind of like a dying medium. So I like to watch it online. However, I can't do that because I'm not in the UK. So I will CyberGhost VPN to the UK, and then lo and behold, I get access to Triller's AEW Plus thing, and I get to watch my blood and my guts and my wrestling, and I am happy. VPNs also protect your data. No more snooping from creeps like Mark Zuckerberg. Block that weird guy and get protected online from, people stealing your data information, what have you. So guys, use the link in the description to grab an 84% discount plus 4 months free, plus with a 45-day money-back guarantee and 24/7 customer support. You can try it completely risk-free. There is absolutely no excuse you should not be using a VPN in 2025. It is affordable and keeps you safe and uncensored online. You see, all the way back in 2012, Treyarch said this when there was no manipulation in the matchmaking whatsoever. Let's talk Christmas noobs. It's that time of year again where thousands of new players join the online ranks for the first time. We'd ask you to go easy on the Christmas noobs, but we know you won't. If you are a Christmas noob yourself, now get this, don't be bullied. In the combat training category, you'll find a great playlist called Boot Camp. Boot Camp! This is the best place for a new player to get up to speed on the game and all it has to offer. You can even rank up your first 10 levels playing against both human and AI-controlled opponents. For those that don't remember, Boot Camp is a game mode in combat training that appears in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, where one lone player fights a score of bots. In order to help the player get a good start in real multiplayer, XP is given for the player to level up in this mode until they reach level 11. Then it will be locked. Call of Duty World at War also had something similar, but a little less handholdy. So in World at War, it was team deathmatch only, designed for lower leveled players in mind to get them acquainted with multiplayer. After the player passes level 8, the player may not enter this game mode, and it is grayed out on the playlist selection. Going over the locked playlist gives the message locked at Corporal 2, level 8. They figured out the fucking solution to this problem, decades ago, guys. Decades ago at this point. And to give us this nostalgia baiting fucking message, like this game can even hold Black Ops 2's jock strap, is an insult to not only the intelligence of everyone playing the fucking game, but everyone who did not play the fucking game this year, did not buy the game this year. Absolute disgusting, nostalgia baiting horse shit. And I'm sorry for yelling, and maybe I shouldn't be so angry at this, but if I were playing Black Ops 7 and I logged in and I saw this, I would immediately uninstall the game. You are insulting my intelligence. You are insulting a much better game. You are trying to conjure up the member berries. The only berries you will be conjuring out of me, Activision, is my balls as they drop on your forehead. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of my face with this trash. Like, is it not enough that your game is dead, all but dead? Is it not enough that your game launched and is like the least played Call of Duty game of all time, as far as I know? Is that not enough? Can you just be honest with us for once in your life? Now that things are horrifically bad, can you be honest with us? The answer, of course, is going to be yes, but that's going to be a lie, so whatever. And maybe you're saying to yourself, BT, you are making a mountain out of a molehill of this happy holidays message or whatever. And you know what, viewer? Admittedly, yeah, I kind of am. But let me just go over what I saw in the Black Ops 7 subreddit. And maybe after this little montage is over, you can tell me why I'm making a mountain out of a molehill about this happy holidays message. Let's check it out. Shall we? I gotta bring this one back from a few years ago here. I just gotta bring it back. I'm sorry. But the game is boring. The game is boring. I said it's boring. I said it's boring. I said Black Ops 7 is boring. I mean, just look at the state of that subreddit. It's just a bunch of dorks trying to convince themselves they didn't waste $70 and posting their fucking socks. The game sucks! The game is dead! The franchise is in utter demise! And I said this a year ago! It feels like Groundhog Day! I'm not Bill Murray! I'm not Bill Murray, so why in the fuck am I talking about Puxatawny Phil, aka another shitty Call of Duty game being boring? I covered it in Black Ops Cold War, I covered it with Modern Warfare 2, I covered it with Modern Warfare 3, I covered it with Black Ops 6, and if you don't believe me, let's take a little stroll down memory lane almost 1 year ago today before I show you what I am going to show you from my fellow content creator brethren as it pertains to Black Slop 7. Call of Duty content creators across the board have said views have dropped already. In Call of Duty's historically second best month behind November, views have dropped off a cliff already. Even I have noticed it, and I've been on a fucking roll, man. Like, people are sick of this shit, all right? There's no getting around it. There's no excuses. There is no cope. People are sick of what this game is doing and what this publisher is doing. And when you know it, a year later, this reminded me of Bill Murray and Groundhog Day, because I see Nero tweeting this out. It's typical for this time of year, but man, there's nothing going on right now. I want to make a video, but there is literally nothing to cover or talk about. The only thing is neither COD or BF6 saw a Christmas player count increase this year, but that's only on Steam, so who knows? According to the console charts, nothing moved either. Call of Duty is still perpetually in the number 2 spot, whether whether they release a new game or not. Battlefield saw a slight drop. Arc Raiders is catching up. But that's it. What's remarkable, though, even though we've seen a huge drop on BF6 and BO7 on Steam, they're still doing well on consoles, especially Call of Duty, which I can only equate to the fact that these are, people with the roach-infested PS4s still that are just playing Warzone for free. It's like Black Ops 7 didn't even happen. There's been no bump or anything. They could have not released Black Ops 7 this year and probably remain number 2 or number 3. I just truly don't think it matters because everyone was off Black Ops 6 anyway. So these people that are just logging in maybe 10, 20 minutes a day, shooting bots on Warzone and then getting off is the entire Call of Duty player base now? Is that what I'm seeing? You'd think that this game was so fucking dead at the lack of Black Ops 7 sales, but clearly there are people playing on console, so where the fuck are they as it pertains to the content creators' views? Now, I'm gonna cover Exclusive Ace's views here, and this is not me throwing shade at the guy. I know he doesn't like me very much, but I quite like his content. I will always say he makes good videos. So this is not a knock on him so much as the games he is covering. And we're going to do an apples to apples comparison here. So his main channel, which is his Battlefield channel and apparently covering random other FPS like Splitgate, it's getting decent views. I mean, 20 to 44K views on average, which is pretty good. Battlefield has definitely retained viewership on YouTube more than Call of Duty. I can't name a single Call of Duty content creator that's like killing it with Black Ops 7 content right now. And you know what I mean? Like I can't find one. I literally cannot find one. Show me one, please. I want to see what they're doing, if so. But these views are not that great for Battlefield 6. He was getting a lot more when the game was new and just came out, so it's just kind of the hype wearing off, which is, normal, I guess, but still, it's quite a dip from the numbers we saw, people getting hundreds of thousands of views for Battlefield 6 content around launch. But if we check his Call of Duty only channel, this is where things get really interesting because there was no launch hype for the game. It was pretty much just dead on arrival, and the views have been pretty mid even when the game was new. But if we check out present day, I mean, good God, man. 13K views in 24 hours covering the most iconic, probably the most iconic weapon in Call of Duty history here, the Peacekeeper. I'm serious. 13K views on this. Again, I'm not knocking the guy. It's not his fault. It's the fucking game he's covering. Absolutely no one gives a shit. And you might be saying, well, BT, you're being harsh. These are pretty good views. I mean, 13,000 views, 15,000 views, 29,000 views is the standout. And that's covering if Ghost is broken or not in the game. It's I don't know, man. I feel like every single Call of Duty every year is it's just Groundhog Day. We had videos titled this back in fucking Black Ops 1. It was a different kind of broken they meant, but you get what I'm saying. Dude, anyway, let's check out his Black Ops Cold War gun guides just to show you the fall off in people caring about Call of Duty content. It is embarrassing. I mean, look at this. We have 390,000 views, 258K, 193K, 137K, 212K. And these weren't released in sequential order or anything. These were released over the course of several weeks. So this isn't just launch hype for Black Ops Cold War. And might I remind you that Black Ops Cold War fucking sucked, but it doesn't suck as much as what we have now. So this isn't even the golden age of Call of Duty, like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 era. It's not even that era. It's just mid-ass new-gen COD games are outperforming current COD games by 10 times the viewership all of a sudden. What has happened to the people that play Call of Duty now? Are they literally just sitting there, roach-infested PS4, hopping on COD Warzone for 20 minutes and then just getting off and never speaking of the game in public, never, looking up any sort of guide about it, never wondering what this attachment does? Is their brain just on autopilot? Are they just addicts? Is Call of Duty and Activision lying about the player counts? Like, what is actually going on? If I were to switch my content to, let's say, Dead by Daylight, I mean, it would take a lot of videos to probably switch the algorithm around, and I have to, like, also be very critical of the game because it's in a terrible fucking state right now. I've all but quit playing it, so I wouldn't do this, don't worry. But, like, if I were to switch to Dead by Daylight, I mean, Dead by Daylight gets a fraction of the player counts as Call of Duty, and yet somehow the content creators with Dead by Daylight get so many more views. And it's that way with, like, every game out there, except, like, Call of Duty, particularly, like, specifically. What in the hell is wrong? This entire franchise is just diseased. Is this what happens when you just appeal to the lowest form of life every single year? You get people not watching content on the game. You kill the ecosystem as far as creators go. Like, what is happening with this franchise? And I just want to cover two more things here before I shuffle off, because I saw this graph and it kind of makes sense of everything. I saw this posted on Twitter, and it shows the amount of games sold from Activision Blizzard from 2008 to 2022, and you can see the shift here. They are actually selling less games overall, but they are milking the people playing the games to death. That must be what's happening with Call of Duty. They have people that maybe don't even like the game, but they hop on like once a month. Again, they just want that monthly active user so it looks good on consoles and it beats out other games. It doesn't matter if they're playing 10 minutes a month. They want you to log on 10 minutes a month. I'm not sure exactly what they're putting in their emails to get people on, or if people just, I don't know, hop on once a month just to see what's going on by habit. But when the actual live player counts are shown to us, it's really bad. Like, every time I see it, like on Steam, for example, it is horrendous. Yet on consoles, somehow they have roped people in. And I think I understand it. And this is a tweet of mine, again, a Groundhog Day thing. But this is a tweet of mine from a year ago. I don't have Twitter anymore, so don't try to follow me. I've covered it many times before, but it definitely makes them more money. They effectively lie to the majority of bad players to get them to spend money in the shop, rigging matches to farm engagement, but the problem lies with the inherent flaws of the system. As you get better, your experience gets worse, and there's no actual skill progression to be felt. This artificial engagement only works on those who don't know how the system works, or dumb people, which I think is the majority of Call of Duty's player base that is left. No offense to anyone still playing it. This is why they didn't talk about it for 5 years. Retention is sacrificed. This is the big one. Retention is sacrificed to sell more skins, essentially. Casinos don't make their money from all the people who stop gambling, but the ones who stay there and keep gambling repeatedly. I don't know, guys, but the only thing I can think of is the majority of people playing Call of Duty in 2025, headed into 2026, are just the most casual of casual zombies, which is literally going to kill Call of Duty content creation on YouTube unless you are doing what I am doing and calling this stuff out. Some people call it rage baiting. I see people, anyone like critical of Call of Duty at all, get called another Blame Truth or a Blame Truth ripoff. I've seen that constantly. On one hand, never take like criticism from fucking losers to heart. Take it as a compliment. Do you want these chronically online Discord mods like going to bat for you? I kind of don't, honestly. I'm happy to have people that don't like my stuff because it means somewhere along the way I'm speaking the truth and they cannot handle it. But like, I'm not grifting and I'm not just saying negative stuff to say it. I'm offering solutions. I called this stuff out years ago, and like, where have I been wrong? I don't know, guys. Like, I'm out of time though. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm going to say this right now, like support your Call of Duty content creators that you watch on YouTube. Whether they're shitting on the game, whether they're posting positive stuff on the game, try and support them right now because it's going to be an absolutely awful year. To be completely honest, it's been awful for like general white bread content creators for Call of Duty for the past several years. But this year specifically, my God, Lord help you guys. I hope you save some money is all I'm going to say. I'm out of time though, guys. If you enjoyed, rate, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace. Guys, don't forget to click on the link in the video description to get the special discount for CyberGhost VPN. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to all blocked content on the internet for only $2.03 a month. Totally risk-free. Check it out. Link in the description.